The 7 texts from Blake Lively and one from Ryan Reynolds that gets me so upset when I reread them. The one that gets me the most riled up actually happened all the way back on Valentine's Day, 2023. And it's when Justin Baldoni chose a word that he was like, oh, maybe that's the wrong word, right? He says, been deep into writing, really fun with you in mind. And he goes, fun, not right word. And then he does an embarrassed emoji and he goes, exciting, with a smiley face. And then she does a smiley face. And I don't know if that's a prayer or a high five. I can't ever tell between those two. And then she says the words that make me so upset because it was a lie. She said, you're safe here. She was bringing him into a trap. So then Ryan Reynolds joins in this love bombing situation with Justin Baldoni. On February 28, 2023, he says, looking forward to seeing you and thank you again for all you're doing. I happen to adore you, Justin. XO. And you know what really upsets me is that this man would then turn around when he got sued and say that he always knew from the beginning that Justin Baldoni was a sexual predator because he proclaimed it in his TED Talk. Well, if you always knew, Ryan, why are you sending a text like that? What kind of protector sends his wife into a situation that's dangerous for her? Riddle me that. And then this line, when he was trying to help her out because she'd been getting sick, right? And he said, might be too woo-woo for you, but she is the most grounded person and a saint. And Blake Lively says one of the things that make me laugh the most as she has tried to push a lot of anti-bi-high sentiment against Justin Baldoni. And it's this sentiment, never too woo-woo for me. I'm open to it all. You have enough on your plate, though. You are so generous, but I don't want to add to it. Never too woo-woo for you. You're open to it all. So this text on April 15 is after Justin Baldoni had sent his long voice note that he shared publicly, and people were like, oh my word, why did he share that? And people were like, oh, his voice and everything. Y'all, that's just his voice. I literally watched another podcast with Justin Baldoni on it, and the moment he started speaking, I was like, oh dang, okay, that's just his voice. He wasn't trying to be extra sultry with Blake Lively, but I can understand if she swooned a little. No, just kidding. I don't know if she swooned. But I'm just saying, this portion, she matches his energy in what he says. You know, some people were like, oh, he's trying to prep her for the abuse he's going to put her through. And yet that's not how she read it. In actuality, she says the same thing back to him. And what does she say? Thanks so much for the thoughtful messages. They're very appreciated. Looking forward to catching up in person. And I too promise. And again, this is language that comes from his voice note. So she's mimicking his voice note by saying, because he says, I promise. And she says, I too promise. And she says, and I too promise I'll freak you out, spook you, upset you, and be an actual beast. But I can promise it will always be in service of this movie and our shared goal. But will also always apologize. I appreciate being able to communicate openly always. XX. Okay, Blake, what happened in 1 month? Because I'm telling you this is revisionist history, because I'm going to read a text message where it shows that you literally, either you were lying to Justin Baldoni from day one, or what. But okay, so that's from April 15. May 11, she says, I feel the same. It's such a good feeling to get work done that we're proud of and to do it together. It just clicks when we find it, and that's just as rewarding as filming it or editing it or marketing it or releasing it. This is all storytelling. This is why we do it. Thank you for your collaboration. I'm really proud of what we're doing. And then he says, I like Sentimental Blake. And she says, never met her. And he's like, I also like A-hole Blake. Don't worry. He says, okay, good night. And she says, I've met her. So have my suppositories. Good night. Mm-hmm. And yet you say he's inappropriate because he used the word sexy. Gotcha. Rules for thee, not for me. The thing that gets me upset is this text. Because her new narrative in her lawsuit was she had issues from day one. And actually, not even from day one, even before filming. And yet, she has the audacity to say, this note means so much to me. I'm excited to start tomorrow, but it's only one piece of the journey. We started months ago, and I'm grateful for all we've built so far. Thank you for caring so much and for putting every bit of you into showing it. You have given me so much of your time to fight for. Great. And that hasn't gone unappreciated or unseen for a moment. That hasn't gone unappreciated or unseen for a moment. Then you're going to turn around in your lawsuit and claim that even before you started filming, it was already bad. Okay, Blake. Okay. Then she turns around and claims that the birthing scene was chaotic. It was horrible. All of these different things. And yet, what does she say to him? So he says to her first, I'm not going to tell you that you were amazing because you tease me for being so sentimental, but you were amazing today. And she says, thank you. I do appreciate it. I'm just a ball buster, but it means a lot to me. I care a great deal and always want to deliver. You were terrific. I'm proud of everything we did today, but really every day. I'm sorry, my sarcasm is dripping. Because then this person then turns around and says that birth scene was was so traumatic. And yet she's saying this in real time, okay? Because she says it's at the tail end of the day of shooting. So this is before the next day, the 2 days that she complains about, this day and May 23. And yet she's sending a text message like this. It really bothers me. Don't get confused by the May 23. That's just past midnight. It's still talking about they're filming on May 22nd. Drives me up the wall. And then after they've resolved everything, and I'm telling you, they did resolve everything. There was no other complaints that she put in after June. They talked it out on June 1st. And she has the audacity to claim that it was never touched on, it was never resolved, and yet she sends a text like this on June 11 or June 10. No, June 11. She says, thanks so much for this text. I appreciate your empathy. And I give it in return. Bollocks. Lies. And I give it in return. You're in the same boat. I always try to give my all, and then half again more. You do too, and I appreciate it. So I'm sorry, I don't trust her. People are like, well, he lied too. He lied to her too. He was saying that he wanted to collaborate with her and all this stuff. In reality, behind the scenes, he was saying all this stuff. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He meant it in the front end. He meant it in the front end. He wanted to collaborate with her. He didn't say hijack my movie. And frankly, their conversations after her husband got involved, I'm sure it was her husband that got involved, and tried to push the 17 point. Like, you know what? No. No, I don't trust their scheming ways.